time for the first speed reviews of 2026. So we're kicking it off with 25 speed reviews. If you're new to my channel, speed reviews is one of my favorite series on my channel because when you come to my channel and I try a product, you are never going to hear about it again. I will give you a final update after wearing that product multiple times with multiple wear tests, with multiple other products, multiple methods of applications. And once I have my final opinion on that product, I will pull it out for a speed reviews. Every new product that I try goes in my speed reviews drawer, so nothing gets missed. Today, I have 25 products that I'm ready to give you my final opinion on. My makeup looks a little bit crazy. I don't love how all of these products meshed today, but that's the thing with speed reviews. I do try to demo everything for you guys as well, so the makeup looks a little cray. But we got it all in the face. I'm ready to give you my final opinions on them. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with Complexion. I have one primer that I'm ready to give you my final review on. This is really lovely. I've seen so many people use this online, so definitely a very well-loved product. This is the Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer, and I've actually gotten a lot of good use out of it already, considering it's only being featured in a speed reviews. I do really like this. I feel like it hydrates the skin very softly and also leaves the skin as just a really smooth canvas prior to makeup. I prefer to use this if it's been a little bit after my skincare routine. I don't feel like it adds too much and does enough when my skincare is fresh. I think the skincare overpowers this, but when my skin needs a little refresh before I'm doing my makeup, that's when I like this. It also does add a very subtle glow. So it's a softer product. That's why I say when I have fresh skincare on, it gets overpowered by that skincare. But when the skincare has fully dissolved into the skin, that's when this product really shines through. So I do think it creates a great canvas prior to makeup, and I think it's a great product for a lot of different skin types. Honestly, even though I have dry skin, I don't even think this is best for dry skin. I think it's great for oily skin, but it doesn't dry out the skin or anything. Like I said, it is hydrating. It's a good product. It's just on the softer side. I have two foundations. The first one is the Art of Skin Foundation Stick from Nabla. My perfect shade, if you're looking for a shade match, is N15. And I do like this foundation stick. It is a bit stiff to apply, so I do need to put some pressure. I would say it has about a medium coverage. It is on the buildable side, but the more I build it up, the more heavy I find it looks on the skin. I think less is more when it comes to this product, and it lasts a really nice amount of time, but there are other foundation sticks that I like better. I haven't had any bad wear tests with this by any means, but there are better that exist just because this isn't as creamy as I would like it to be. So this definitely needs to be paired with a very hydrating primer or a little bit of oil mixed in to help get that smooth blend. But once it's on the skin, it feels pretty lightweight and it lasts a long time with its medium coverage. The next foundation that I've been trying is the reformulated Best Skin Ever foundation from Sephora collection. This is a very beloved foundation from Sephora. I used shade 13N, too dark, too yellow for me, not a great color match, but I'm not counting that as why I don't love it as much. It is quite full coverage, you guys, and quite matte. So I definitely think that this is a more oily, skin-friendly foundation, and it looks good on me with proper prep. If my skin is dry, this does attach to the dry patches. You guys know I'm like 9 months pregnant, so my skin is cray-cray. So this is not doing well with the mix of my hormones and just it being winter with dry skin overall. So I can see myself liking this more for events when my skin is well prepped, not in the winter. But for right now, it's not foundation that I'm looking to wear every day. It just looks a little heavy and dry on my face. Concealer, we have the LYS Beauty Concealer. This is the one where it has that interesting packaging where you can easily take off the sponge tip applicator. Honestly, I mean, the concept is really genius, but the sponge tip applicator application is such a waste of product. I just wish they wouldn't have even added this sponge because I have to twist the product so much and it really does struggle to go through the sponge. So I don't like the packaging at all. And yes, it's great that you can take off the sponge, but then you just gotta apply it in an uncomfortable way, just directly with this thing. But what's great though is the product does stop when you stop twisting twisting it, because with some other products with similar packaging, when you take the sponge out, the product continues to leak. This doesn't. But that's just the packaging. Let's talk the product. When I started taking the sponge off for all applications, my thought of this concealer completely changed. At first, I thought it was a really lightweight natural concealer, but when you don't have the sponge blocking half of the product that's coming out, you actually can get like a medium coverage with this concealer, and I think it blends out really beautifully and it wears a really long time. So I really actually enjoy this concealer. Like, it's a concealer that gives medium coverage, but it doesn't feel or look heavy on the under eyes, and it blends out really beautifully. So I think this is a gorgeous formula. I think it wears better than their first concealer with the regular packaging, but this is a little thinner than that. That one is a little creamier and thick if you needed a comparison. Next product that I have is a cream contour product. These are also from the Nabla line. These are the Art of Skin Contour Sticks. So I use the shade 2 Light Medium on the outskirts of my face today, and then 1 Fair Light I've been using for nose contour and a little bit under the lip. I like this product a lot. This is also kind of stiff like the foundation stick, but it works better in this format as opposed to a foundation. But I really like the colors of these. They are contour sticks, so they aren't too warm. I don't suggest going directly on the skin. You definitely either want to take a brush directly on the product or warm it up on the back of your hand first. But the shades of this are really beautiful. It lasts a long time. I feel like it sticks, but it does blend out relatively easily. So I've been enjoying these a lot. I think they're very, very nice, but they're not the creamiest if you love a super creamy product like that. Next up, I have a setting powder. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster with my thoughts of these. Overall, I've decided I don't love this powder. This is from Catrice. It's the Soft Blur Matte Setting Powder. So first of all, these darken the under eyes. Now, translucent works for my under eyes. It does slightly darken, but it doesn't darken enough that it's too dark on my under eyes. But I find that sometimes I look chalky when I wear this, especially when I place it on other parts of my face. The powder itself is really fine and it's very smoothing, so I do like the finish on the skin, but the way that it changes the color of my face and sometimes makes my skin look chalky, I cannot recommend these. It took me a while to come to conclusions about this because sometimes I do like the way it makes my skin look and sometimes I don't, but ultimately there are better powders out there. And then also from Catrice, this one is such a good one from them. This is their Blur Balm Blush Palette. So this contains 5 matte cream blushes and 1 highlighter. I haven't really used the highlighter too much. Some of these blushes are extremely pigmented. Some of these shades are absolutely gorgeous. Very easy to use and apply on the skin. You can apply before powder or even after powder, though I do recommend to apply before powder. And they have decent wear time as well. So really easy to work out if you're looking for some great affordable cream blush options that aren't too glowy, that are more matte, particularly if you have oily skin. Definitely recommend these. This is a great affordable little blush palette. My only thing is, even though these shades are beautiful, I wish there was a little bit more differences within the shades because some shades do blend out to look pretty similar on the cheeks. Next up, from MAC, we have a couple different cheek options. We're well into blushes now. So you guys know I did a video just trying some classic recommendations from MAC. And so I picked up a couple of their Glow Play blushes, which I have tried these before. Got old, had been a few years, wanted to re-experience them. So I picked up the shades Cheer Up, which is a little bit more of a soft peachier pink, and then True Harmony, which is a unique taupe shade. So these, it really matters what brush you use to apply them. It can make or break your opinion of these. If you're very heavy-handed, you will love this product because it does apply a really sheer layer on the skin. But these are very, very beautiful, unless you like your blush super pigmented, but it really does take control of the situation so you're not over applying, and they have beautiful shades. And because it's that putty-like formula, it doesn't dry out the cheeks. So I think it's great for dry skin without adding an overly glowy finish to the cheeks. I mean, these products have been around forever, but I wanted to give you my re-review years later. And honestly, it's refreshing that this is not a super pigmented blush when we are all over blushing nowadays, myself included. Look at my cheeks right now. That kind of helps me out to take it down a bit if you're looking for something more natural. I'm sure if you get deeper shades, you can get more pigment with that, but I like that it's controlled application with that. And then a similar but different formula. This is a little bit more, I don't know, it's less putty-like. You can almost pick up the product better, but these are from the MAC Holiday Collection. These are their Bounce and Gleam highlighters, but I've actually been using the shade Candied Copper as a blush. So obviously on a deep complexion, this could be some sort of glow to the cheek, but also in the collection, I used Butter Gleam as a highlight, and then there's also Investment, which just looks terrible against my skin tone, so I didn't end up loving this. And these work for a super subtle natural highlight. Honestly, I prefer a true powder highlight if I'm going to use this. I just think it blends in easier. This does get stuck a little bit on powder, so while I like this formula, I don't love it. It's not a formula that I feel called to repurchase. But they're like the Glow Play blushes in that they have that putty kind of squish to them, but they're a little bit more creamy to pick up. And then I have a couple powder blushes. This is incredible from Catrice, their Soft Glam Baked Blushes. These are kind of like a Rare Beauty dupe. I think the glow on them is a little bit stronger and it emphasizes texture a little bit more, but I don't even care. It's such a beautiful product, and these actually give a lot of pigment. I have 4 shades: On Cloud Pink, Midnight Berry, Peachy Breeze, Cheeky Coral. Love the colors here. If you love a glowy blush and don't mind if a little bit of texture shows, I think you'll like these. Use a light hand with them, but these are a really, really great option, affordable option at the drugstore for something quite glowy. So if you're looking for a glowy blush from the drugstore, these are as beautiful as they look. Kind of on the opposite end here. Very glowy like the Catrice, even prettier of a glow, but like a billion times the price. I'm embarrassed how much I love the Radiant Cheek products from the Chantecaille Holiday Collection. I mean, I'm not going to recommend them because in no way can I recommend cheek products at this price point, but they're very, very good. I hate that I love them so much. I hate that the product is so good. So for the Holiday Collection, they launched this beautiful Radiant blush, which, I mean, it's so much more refined than the Catrice. I mean, I can tell this is a luxury cheek product. Every time I wear it, I love the way it looks on my cheek. It is so glowy without really emphasizing texture. You truly look like an angel when you wear it. And same thing with this Dang Cheek Light Illuminator. It's just a highlighter, blends into the skin like butter, gives the prettiest glow, such a quick, easy application. Doesn't emphasize texture. I mean, these are phenomenal glowy cheek products that just make you look like an angel. However, I won't deny the price point. It's ridiculous, but it sure is good. And then this highlighter, I haven't had so many highlights in a speed reviews in such a long time. This is also from a holiday collection. This is from Guerlain. This is their Terracotta Luminizer in Rosy Gleam. I mean, this just looks so stunning in the photos. However, it is way too glittery. It's one of those products where it is gorgeous on the eyelids, but on the face, it's too much. It also adds too much texture. It's kind of a mess. Glitter flies everywhere when I put my brush in here. So this functionally, I haven't really enjoyed. It is beautiful to look at. It's beautiful to swatch. It's even beautiful to throw all over the eyelid. However, it's not worth it because it is a luxury product. A lot of not good highlighters, you guys. This actually, though, is affordable. So I decided to keep this set from the Grinch collection from ColourPop. This is their Change of Heart Super Shock Highlighter Kit, in which it comes with 2 Super Shock highlighters, a gold and a pink shade. And I kept these around because it had been a long time since I had used a Super Shock highlight formula, and I'm not as into it nowadays. I prefer to apply these with my finger, and it just doesn't blend into my face right. I just feel like it emphasizes texture. It's not very cute on my skin, so I'm no longer into these. They just look a little jagged when I applied and skippy as opposed to like a smooth, buttery glow from within application. So don't love these. Surprised by that. And then to finish off Complexion, I do have 2 setting sprays. The first one is from Laura Mercier. This is the Translucent Hydrating Setting Spray, but they also claim it's ultra blur. I don't notice any blurring with this personally. It honestly just feels like a nice, light, hydrating finishing spray. It doesn't necessarily change my base in any way. I do find, you know, if I do have some powder, it does set it in. The best thing about this is this mist. This mist is incredible. So because the mist is so good, it does distribute the liquid in here so nicely. Which does refresh and rehydrate the skin a little bit, but it's not like a game changer, an instant effect like some other setting sprays that I've tried in the past. So I like it, particularly because of the packaging, but I don't think the formula inside is anything to write home about. And then something I've tried over and over and over again is this CoverGirl Nourishing Milk, because people were saying that this is a dupe for the One Size setting spray. It is not. This does nothing compared to what the One Size setting spray can do. It's nice almost as like a skincare product, like to refresh the skin after a few hours throughout the day, but I don't notice it doing anything to my makeup when I'm done. I really only like it on bare skin, so this is just a meh product to me. I definitely wouldn't repurchase it. It doesn't do anything special. So that's it for Complexion. Complexion this last year, man, it has been such a huge category when it comes to my speed reviews, and eyes are quite whittle. But let's go over the eye products that I've been using. As you know, I don't put eyeshadow palettes in my speed reviews. And Jose, I'm sorry, my demos are all over the place for this. But let's get into it. Bobbi Brown, I have two types of their long wear cream shadow sticks. I fell in love with shadow sticks the last couple of years. They're mess free. You can put them on your bare lid. You don't have to prep your eyelid, and you can get just as beautiful looks that you could get with powder eyeshadow as well if you're using the right product. So these are from their holiday collection. I have the dual ended ones, which I've enjoyed a lot, and just their very special colors for the holidays. This is the Iced Plum Duo, the Glazed Pink and Clove Duo, Pink Pearl, Sugared, Taffy, and Radiant Pink. Now these do not hold a candle, I would say, to my Laura Mercier. I think my Laura Mercier is better. I've had a couple experiences with these where these have faded, but I've also had experiences with these where they have not faded. So a little bit of inconsistency in wear. I think it kind of depends on how wet my eyelid is that day based on like the concealer base, if I have any powder. But you can get good wear with these. But if I am completely like not caring about my base at all, maybe my eyelid isn't set or it's just pure cream on my eyes, these will fade. I do quite like the duos a lot because the dark shade, sometimes I'll line my eye for a soft liner. I even did that today. So what I used today from this batch, all over my eyelid I have Sugared, which you'll see it's really subtle. This shade was a little bit disappointing to me. It has a very subtle lilac blue shift. Can't see it that much. I used Pink Pearl for my inner corner highlights, and then I used Iced Plum, which is just the dark shade, to line my eyes. Really easy to use. But overall, I do really like these shadow sticks, but in my opinion, they aren't as good as Laura Mercier. My favorite shade is Taffy, by the way. Every time I wear Taffy all over my eyelid, you guys are like, what is all over your eyelid? It's Taffy from Bobbi Brown. So good, but not my all-time favorite. The demo for today for this next product did not do this product justice because this is a beautiful, easy to use product from Chantecaille, also from their holiday collection. This is their Eye Lumiere eyeshadow in Marron Glace, and you can blend it out to be a really sheer base layer like I demoed, but you can also build it up all over the eyelid and get the prettiest everyday eyeshadow. It blends out like a powder eyeshadow. Even though it's in cream form, it's a little bit thicker, so it's really easy to work with and have a lot of control with. This is so, so gorgeous. If you are looking for the most gorgeous one and done liquid shadow, light brown, all over the eyelid, easy to blend out, doesn't crease, sets, lasts all day, great for oily eyelids, I definitely recommend this. I know it's pricey, but it's very, very good. Then we have these eye toppers from MAC. These are the Dazzle Shadow Liquids. I think they look and swatch prettier than they actually are, unfortunately. Even like on the swatches, from top to bottom, we have Champagne Trial, Beaming Brighter, and Crumpled Diamonds. Beaming Brighter has a little bit more pigment to it, but when I put it on the eyelids, it completely loses that color base. That said, this is a mess-free way to get glitter all over your eyelid. I use the shade Crumpled Diamonds all over my eyelid on top of that Sugared from Bobbi Brown. And I mean, it's really, really gorgeous. I don't have to worry about fallout today. Very easy to work with. But I just was a little bit disappointed because I felt like the swatches looked really nice. And then when I apply these, they lose all of that base color and it's just like a clear glitter that I'm applying to the eyelid. So these were good. I was a little bit disappointed in them though. But the important thing with these is the wear time. They do feel really, really light. And there's no glitter fallout with these, but not as pretty as I thought they were going to be. And then the last eye product that I have is the mascara that I've been using pretty much every day. I love it. This is one of my new favorite drugstore mascaras. It's the L'Oreal Telescopic Extensionist mascara. The only downside to this is it's really hard to get off, but other than that, I mean, it gives my lower lashes length like never before. It does take a little too long, I think, to dry, but once it dries, it does hold a curl and it gives my lashes great definition. I don't know, it's just my favorite drugstore mascara currently. I love my lashes when I wear this. Now you guys know I do have pretty small tiny little lashes, but look, you see? I hate that I have to wait so long for it to dry so it can hold that curl, but once I do, you can see my lashes, which is a feat in of itself. So really love this mascara. If you have smaller lashes, you like to get some length and definition and then hold a curl all day so that it looks like you have lashes, I definitely recommend this. And the wand is nice and small, so it's very easy to grab each lash. So definitely recommend this, and that means a lot coming from me because I very rarely recommend a mascara. And then we're moving on to the lip category. We just have a few items. So the first are the new colors of the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm from e.l.f. These are just an okay product. I'm still, you know, into my Summer Fridays, into my Road. Those are the ones that truly hydrate. These get the job done, but there are better options out there. But of course, these are on the more affordable side. I did do a full rankings of my lip balm, tinted lip balm collection, if you want my thoughts on like what is available on the market right now. What I do like about the e.l.f. is that they do have enough pigment to where these actually have a color effect on the lips, and they do hydrate. They just are better. Now, these are probably the standout lip product in today's video, if you ask me. They're not going to be for everyone, but these are the MAC Dazzle Lips crayons. And these are like a matte glitter lipstick. But even though they're matte, they are kind of hydrating on the lips, and they each have their own unique sparkle, which is really fun. Now, I think these do look a little cray on their own, just as somebody who wears more natural makeup, more traditional style makeup, I suppose. I wouldn't say natural, but these are really cool to layer. So if you have like a lipstick that's like flat, you can add a little bit of zing with this. You can use a regular lip liner and then kind of fill in a little bit. I think these are so, so cool to layer. So I'm going to show you the swatches. Crown Jewel, Moon Rocket, Spaced Out, Chandelier, Lightning Bug, Gemstone, Cosmic Plum, Mauve Matter, Grapeful, Candy Yum Yummy, Red Halo, Lunar Violet. So, so cool, but like I said, not going to be for everybody. But I really like them, and I think the quality of them is nice as well. So not only are they gorgeous and unique, but they're matte but hydrating, but also have that glitter and sparkles. I really, really like them. It's not a gritty glitter either. And then from e.l.f., I do like these. These are their Plumping Glow Reviver Lip Oils. I don't think these lip oils are anything to write home about, but they get the job done. I think the color range is pretty, and the plumping isn't too much. Like, it's not painful. I just have on like Anywhere Caffeine, and then I'm wearing the shade Piggy Brink as I'm speaking right now. You know, it adds the glow. It's not as thick and glassy as I normally like my lip oils to be, but I didn't pay a premium price point for these. Piggy Bank, Papaya Razzi, Burst Bubble, Apricot Feelings, Major Mauve, Dreamsicle, Ultraviolet, and Espresso Tonic. So these are nice. Like, if you see a color that you really like when you're at the store, I think they are worth it. If you like a subtle plumping minty sensation, but they don't fill in the lines the best. They aren't the most reflective, but they're also not a bad product either. Kind of middle of the road. This next lip product is really cool, and it is another glitter product. This is from Wonder Skin, and this is the Wonder Blading Top Gloss. So this is a topper gloss that is glittery, and it's actually glittery. So depending on what you have underneath can really change how this is going to look. But this is glitter gold. Like, look at that. I just have on a clear gloss and it's still super glittery. It's not like blending in with the gloss. How cool is that? And I just think it looks so beautiful on camera. So if you like a glitter lip topper, the Wonder Skin actually did it. It's a glitter lip product that's actually glittery, but it's not a scratchy glitter. It's very thin. You don't feel the glitters at all. I think the formula is nice. It's hydrating. This is such a kick butt product. So underrated. Hadn't heard anybody talk about them, so I wanted to mention that. And then the last lip product I have, also from Wonder Skin, are their Lip Rehab Therapy Oils. Nothing to write home about. I don't really like the packaging here. It's hard to get the product onto the lip. Like, you just don't get a lot of product. And I always find myself dipping back in to add on more product. It's a thinner consistency. I would say it reads closer to gloss than it does oil. I just like them thicker, honestly. These do have a nice subtle tint to them, but I even like the e.l.f. better than these. So while these are good, I don't have too much bad to say. You guys know there's a billion different lip oils out there on the market, and I want to tell you the ones that stand out, that are actually worth it. And unfortunately, these are not. They're not bad. They're fine. I used them. I enjoyed them. But there's other lip oils that I enjoy more. And you know how fatigued I am with the lip market right now. All of them are the same products. How can you even differentiate them? And so if they don't stick out, I'm not going to recommend them. And that's that. So there we have it, you guys. Those were 25 speed reviews of the most recent products that I've been testing and that I was ready to give you my final thoughts on. As always, I will have all of the products linked down below for you guys. If you've tried any of these, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? This speed review is not many bangers, but just stuff that I did need to get out of my speed reviews drawer that I've known a lot of these for a while what my thoughts were. Overall, they didn't mesh very well on my face either, so a mid speed reviews. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Like I said, I'm doing speed reviews all year round, and I have lots of themes and stuff that I'll do. But this was a drawer clean out. These are all going into my main population. I just wanted to let you know my final thoughts on them. So make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.